Kareem Hilton reporting live from downtown New York City. We're here at the Artist Summit at the Metro Pavilion, and you guessed that I could ask you a couple questions. I just saw you go straight to the Makeup Forever booth, and right away you pulled out the plastic. You're like, I gotta have this, I gotta have this, I gotta have that. And
yeah, their primers are great. Everywhere I've been, they've been out of stock, so I've been looking for them for a while.
So it's definitely worth your while getting up early and getting through the doors here bright and early on a Sunday morning. Okay, so the primers are always out, and you're gonna stock up today, it looks like. Now you are a Makeup Forever representative, correct?
Yes.
Your name?
Erin.
Erin.
Yes.
What did it take for you guys to get prepared for this weekend's event?
You know, we went through all our products and we took really the core products for professionals. And especially the new, like the primers, she said they're always, you know, out of stock because they're brand new and everyone's kind of taking them. But yeah, it's really core professional products that we took. So this is probably like 1/20th of our line.
Alrighty.
We brought, I mean, we couldn't bring everything obviously, but.
Now is there a website or someplace that we can go to see the remainder of the line?
Yeah, it's makeupforever.com.
Makeupforever.com?
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. I won't take up any more of your time because I gotta go get online and see the rest of the stuff. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ordinarily, I wouldn't allow someone to stand in front of me and spray something into my eye. But according to this makeup artist, it's very relaxing. So I think that I may actually go next. What's your name now?
Kareth.
Karen?
Kareth with a TH.
Kareth.
Yeah, I know.
That's really cool. No, it's not complicated. That's really, really cool. Explain how you got into the makeup industry overall.
Oh, backtracking.
It wasn't that long ago. Come on now.
It was a good 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like right out of high school type thing.
During college, actually. I was going to school for photography and started doing makeup for my shoots.
Here in New York?
No, that was in Georgia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
I don't have a lot of battery power.
You're based down south then?
No, I live here now. Yeah, I've been here for 5 years.
Okay. And tell us a little bit about obsessive compulsive cosmetics.
Well, it's 100% vegan and all cruelty free, and it started with two very simple products: a black and a white lip gloss, or lip balm rather, very sheer. And now they have 150 products. So over the past few years, but a lot of the mostly what we're focusing on today is airbrush.
Okay.
This is the OCC skin line, and it's a water-based product. And we're selling this kit that you get this little battery-operated compressor. It's really, really lightweight. A lot of airbrush compressors are very heavy and kind of clunky. And this one's really easy and portable. Comes with a gun, and you get all of these colors. So you get foundation, highlighters, blush, and your primaries in case you need to change anything.
All in one kit?
All in a kit.
Okay.
Yeah, so then we have the loose powders also that have really high pigmented colors, and you can use those for eyeshadows or mix them in for anything else really.
Now, what type of batteries go in the pack there?
It's rechargeable.
Okay.
So it comes with the batteries.
Cool. So I don't need the Energizer Bunny or anything like that.
No, and
batteries are rechargeable.
You have an hour worth of battery power, but that's straight, and you're going to be turning it on and off, so it'll last you a lot longer than that. And then it also comes with a converter, so you can plug it in and recharge the battery.
Okay. So I just stand here and close my eyes, right?
Yep. Just close your eyes. It's not scary. You don't need to squint. How does it feel?
If only you knew.
It's kind of relaxing, right?
Like a nice summer breeze.
The color's not terrible. It's pretty close. All right, now your skin looks like the day you were born. It's
really?
Perfect, yes. Perfectly even. What do you think?
That's kind of cool. I don't know. I can't really see myself, but if you tell me it looks good, I'll believe it.
It looks good, but it doesn't look overdone.
Okay.
Yeah. Nice and natural.
Was that worth the wait?
You can do some eyeshadow and blush later if you want, but I think you might want to stick to the
yeah. I'm good with the brush.
masculine look.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
What are we doing? Tell me.
Well, I don't know. That all depends. With these snake skins, we may be doing a little bit more than you thought.
These are my lucky pants.
Introduce yourself to the MUA TV viewers.
Hi, I'm Janet Paolucci. I've been in professional makeup since the 60s. What? Okay, and I represent this company now called Skindinavia.
Okay.
This was originally an oddball company. They were interviewing all kinds of women to see what were their problems. They all had the same question. Their makeup didn't stay on and the color didn't hold.
Okay.
So the people from Skindinavia, who came out of MIT and Princeton.
Wow. Smarty pants.
Smarty pants, absolutely smarty pants. Developed Skindinavia.
Okay.
Now what we do is we have several products. We're a niche brand. We only make makeup better. If you look at this is our finishing spray. We actually cool the surface temperature of makeup.
Oh.
It is 69 degrees in here, and as you see, I have a little bit of the finishing spray, and it keeps it down to 59. But your face is never cold. We basically are chilling the surface temperature of the makeup.
And what does that do?
Well, it keeps your makeup on up to 20 hours. So you have less retouching.
Okay.
If you're on set, under those hot lights, you have no melting.
Okay.
You have no smearing.
Cool.
They did a little test. I didn't do the makeup for this, but this is what happens in a steam room in 5 minutes. Obviously, all your makeup goes. Now, with Skindinavia products, same makeup, nothing moves, and that's in a steam room.
Now, I remember my mother storing some of her makeup in the refrigerator. That's kind of like this, only a little bit better?
Actually, we use nanotechnology. Now, here we go, very think of these little nanospheres that burst throughout the day. They hold the properties, the chilling properties, and the pigment wetters, so the makeup stays chilled all day long.
That is really, really
It's brilliant. Now, they're using it in Hollywood.
Okay.
I know it's being used on Dancing with the Stars, and it's being used on Project Runway, and it's being used on the show Damages. Cirque du Soleil in Las Vegas is using it because it really works.
Wow. And
we're very proud of this product.
This is your idea?
No, the people from the scientists came up with this, and it was developed by Alan Goldman.
But they wanted you
because I'm a makeup artist and I know how to sell
You're
it
a
because
really good makeup
they're too
artist.
Scientific when they talk to you. You'll be like, what?
So you can put it into layman's terms.
I can put it into layman's terms as a professional.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate you taking a few minutes. What are some of the things that I should take away from today or tomorrow? Let's say I'm here for 2 days.
Okay. Well, makeup saving moisture spray, because no matter what, you got to have a little moisture in the skin but no oil when you're doing a professional makeup.
Okay.
So we use a special hyaluronic acid out of Japan with the nanotechnology that keeps the skin moist all day but not oily. We are the only company in the world that has 2 primers. A T-zone primer for shine. Of course, you know, if you have a little here, you want to get rid of the shine.
Do I have a little shine right now?
Just a little.
Oh, go ahead and hook. She's going to take away the little shine that I have.
Take away your shine. Okay. This has a mattifier in it, so it absorbs the oil up to 20 minutes. I really should have cleaned your face first, but okay. Okay, we're getting rid of some of the
No more shine.
No more shine. Then we make a face and eye primer. So what this does is basically fill in some of the lines. It puts a barrier between your spray moisturizer and your product. Plus it has that nanotechnology, so all day long you're getting that cooling property, the pigment wetter, so when your makeup goes on, you use less makeup, no smearing, no melting. Half the time, because you don't have to put so much makeup on with our primer, because if you feel my hands, it makes very, very silky barrier.
Ooh. Very silky.
Yes.
Smooth.
And then you do your makeup the way you want for your client, and then you spray their face, and they're set.
So it's not only smooth, it's cool and smooth.
Cool, smooth, pigment wetters, no melting, no smearing, no smudging, no hot flashes.
See, if you didn't learn anything else today, you learned those 2 words, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, MUA TV, broadcasting live at the Artist Summit.
Pleasure.
Thank you. That was fun.
Thank you.
Is it tempt to or is it tempt you? It's Kareem Hilton reporting live with MUA TV from the Artist Summit. Downtown New York City is where we are for the next 2 days, and we're standing in front of the Tempt 2 booth. Am I correct? Do you, well, let's just say, let's put it this way. When you see the name Tempt 2, what stands out in your mind?
The company originated as a body art company doing temporary tattoos, so that's where the Tempt 2 came from.
Okay.
From then, we have branched out into doing airbrush makeup, airbrush stencils. We've done a lot of more body art production, but for the most of what we're doing right now is more focusing on our airbrush and our tattoos.
Now, it seems like you have the history of the company down pat. How long have you been with them?
About 10 years.
10 years?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah. I actually am the lead body artist for Tempt 2. I design all the tattoos as well as do the makeup and the body art.
Okay. Now these are temporary tattoos. You know, I miss that craving. You know how when you go to college, everybody wants to get like a million tattoos. So maybe before the weekend's over,
yeah, you can get a tattoo. So usually what most people do is they will get our tattoos, they will kind of feel out whether or not they want to get one, and they'll either go get the real one or they'll have something custom done for them. Okay. And they can kind of try it out for fun, and it doesn't have to be permanent. It's kind of a nice alternative to the real thing.
Now, other than the tattoos, what is one other product that I can maybe take with me this weekend?
Definitely, I would say probably the foundations. The foundations are really great. You can use them conventional or with airbrush. It gives a really nice flawless look. Very, very sheer, and also gives good coverage, so it doesn't have to be packed on with makeup. It's a silicone-based makeup, so it actually looks very, very natural, more like natural skin tone look instead of what used to be our older makeups have a very matte, watered-down look.
Right.
But these are really nice additions to our tattoos also.
And you guys are based here in New York. So
actually right around the corner, 17th Street.
They didn't have to come very far, but. And your website, what are some things that we can find if we go to tempt2.com?
Everything from airbrush equipment, our makeup, our cosmetic line. We have also embryo lease, and all of our colors. We have well over 200 colors. 200
colors? Man, this is even bigger than that crayon box that I was talking about.
Oh, everybody loves our colors. We have a lot of variety for special effects artists, body artists, just the regular makeup artist, and then of course all of our tattoos and stencils.
What's the most original name of one of your colors?
Let's see.
You know how there was that sienna in the crayon?
We have something called rigor mortis.
Rigor mortis?
We have death white. We have dried blood and old bruise. We have a lot of kind of very vein and corpse.
Okay.
So we have a lot of interesting names, especially to match up to the special effects palettes that go with those dead zombies and all those other special effects.
Perfect for Halloween season.
Exactly. It's just around the corner.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Janai Chin with Tempt 2, and I'm the lead body artist. This is MUA TV. It's my tattoo.
Hi, I'm Lauren Ogden Miller, makeup artist just traveled up from DC for the event.
Cool. We've talked to actually a few from DC, a few makeup artists. Did you catch the bus or the train?
Train.
Okay.
I used to live here, so I'm back visiting. Did a couple of clients yesterday and
So it's nice to be reunited with some old faces, right?
Absolutely.
Some old friendly faces. Now, you took Orlando's workshop.
I did.
And what were some of the highlights of your time spent?
I would say just being able to really understand all of the products that you can use in the airbrush system. I think knowing that there are so many options and it's not just one product, I think that was the biggest thing I learned.
You're like, it's not just the brush, there's a whole bunch of stuff that comes with it.
Yeah, so, and understanding the equipment a little bit better. So I'm really new to airbrush, and he just broke it down really easily for me. So
it wasn't your first time using the brush, but it was your
Not
first
my
time really
first.
understanding it.
Exactly. I had only, and I don't have my own kits, and now I feel like I can go and get my own equipment and get the right things.
I feel like you have your money's worth now that you know what to do with it.
Absolutely.
Okay, and how long have you been doing makeup?
I've been doing makeup for about 7 or 8 years. Started in theater.
Okay.
And have been on and off, and now I'm full-time trying to do the makeup thing.
So you went from being in front of the camera to behind it.
Exactly.
That's a nice, believe it or not, there's a lot of people that make that transition. You know, I mean, we were just speaking with one of the models, and she's like, oh, you know, I've always wanted to model. And it's like, okay, that's cool, but what happens after you model?
Mm-hmm.
And if you've already enjoyed this line of work, you know, it seems like a very natural progression. So,
absolutely.
is there anything that you would recommend to those that are in school right now, studying, aspiring makeup artists? I mean, is it as glamorous as it seems to be from the outside?
It's a lot of hard work, and you have to love the artistry. You really do, because there's some not so, you know, you don't start in and get those celeb clients right away. You have to really pay your dues and make it happen. So you have to love the artistry.
So the celeb clients?
Well, I don't know if you can call newscasters
Well,
celebs.
sure you
I've done
can.
a few.
Just so you know, you can call newscasters and reporters celebs.
Done a few here and there, but I hope you see me a lot more.
No, we are definitely going to see you a lot more. You know why? Because we're going to be watching MUA TV, and you're on it.
Great.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. So introduce yourself to the viewing audience.
Yeah, I'm Vincent Millardi. I'm the president of Alcone Company.
And what is it about the summit that inspired you to want to be here for these 2 days?
We're always here for the Powder Group and for all their functions and all the makeup artist functions that there are, because we're like probably the largest professional makeup supplier in the United States, and probably the world. Yeah, we supply all the big shows: Phantom of the Opera, The Blue Man, Lion Kings, all those shows. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So are you guys going to be giving any lectures over the course of the next 2 days? Or?
We have an airbrush lecture through CAT.
Okay.
And we have a lecture on Scandinavia. And that's it. We have a store on 49th Street here in Manhattan.
Okay.
So we're a local New York.
So didn't have to go very far in order to get here to the event?
No.
Okay. And I know that you said that you mentioned you're the largest makeup provider.
Professional makeup supplier. Yeah.
Supplier. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of a...
We ship out of a warehouse in Long Island City. And that's how we supply most of the big shows through there.
So definitely a spot that maybe Santa Claus would want to stop in before he makes his rounds, huh?
To get his makeup done?
No, to fill up the sleigh with all the products that you guys... If he can make one stop at the warehouse, he's got it all covered.
Because we do sell all the makeup to the Macy's Santas and all those Santas.
That's what I'm saying. You know, that guy. Now, if there was one thing that and a student had to take away from this weekend's event, what product would it be?
What product would I say everybody should have?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's tough, huh?
That's tough.
Well, you know, in today's economy, you don't get to pick them all. Sometimes
the Alcone makeup remover wipes.
There you go.
And I'll tell you why. Because they remove everything. It removes lips, eyes, cheeks, face, and you're going to need some too.
Okay.
So we'll hook you up with some of these. Take
cool.
For later.
Appreciate it. How many do I need? Just one?
No, you're going to probably need one. Yeah, it's a big cloth, so you just go like this to your whole head.
Cool.
You know?
I'll take
and guys love you. Who loves that? De Niro and all those guys that don't like to wear makeup. They can get it off as quick as they can, possible. We got a lot of men. Bob Costa, a lot of guys. David Letterman.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So you're going to be in good company.
I think so. Now, I was always looking for that connection, and now I actually have it.
This is like you're going big time now.
It's the Alcone makeup removal
wipes. Yes.
There you go. Appreciate it.
All right, man.
We got Orlando, the man himself. He's following the lines. He's revolving around the circles. And your students have been taking really good notes this weekend so far.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we're all kind of doing this together, you know, we're practicing. So, yeah, I'm basically just helping her kind of identify, you know, some of the areas that need to be worked on. You know, just showing her how the technique itself and just spraying lightly, you know, just going over layer by layer, but real sheer, so that it just looks more seamless and natural, you know.
Now, what about the brush made you want to hone in and make this kind of your niche?
To be honest with you, I just forced myself to pick one up, and I've never really. I just kind of wanted to do it. I had that desire, so I knew if I just bought it and just played around with it, and I saw it there as an investment, I just want to use it more. And like I was telling my attendees today, I forced myself to use it in situations where I know it would count, so it wasn't just like mom and sister.
Right.
I did them on jobs.
When the pressure was on.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I gave myself that pressure to be able to force myself to be able to be really good at it. You know what I mean? And I just love that finish, that flawless quality. It was just amazing. So I fell in love with it, you know, especially for beauty. As a beauty artist, you know, that finish is amazing. That's what's important for me.
Now, do you work primarily with TV or with film? Or?
A lot of editorial, print, commercial. You know, just pretty much that's my realm. I love to stay in that, just beauty in general.
Now, I was telling the ladies that I actually had the brush applied to me. Could you tell?
No, actually I can't.
Ah.
Let me see. Good job.
That's good, right?
Am I students in it?
You know what? It was the gal from the booth
nice.
over there.
Nice.
Kareth, I believe her name is.
Yeah, very nice.
She hooked it up.
See, didn't I say that?
That's great for men too.
Yeah, I said that earlier. I was like, men prefer it as well because it's, you know.
It was very fast. It seemed like I just went through a mister real quick, and that was that. So
very mechanical, but it's very good. It's, you don't feel like it's makeup being applied, you know.
And then they gave me this to wipe it off real quick. So I'm in there. Boy, I have a whole different viewpoint of how this thing takes place now. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Now, what were the 2 or 3 of the main things that stood out in the workshop that you remembered?
Today?
Yes.
Well, basically how to prepare the skin before you start the airbrushing, and really how to mix the product together and to effectively use the airbrush itself, the airbrush gun itself. Because if you're not using it properly, then you're really not going to achieve the look that anyone would want. And basically, just using that, since we've never used these before, just to learn how to use this. It looks like you're just spraying it on, but you really do need to follow the lines of the face. That is something I would not have thought about had Orlando not told us.
Right.
So that's helping me to focus on the way I apply it as opposed to just like spray painting a house.
Right.
Now, those tips that you spoke of in preparation, like what would that be?
Well, preparing the skin first and really hydrating it, which you always have to do, but using using the primer, but also using a concealer around the eye area and using a different type of brush than I'm used to using. Usually I use a concealer brush, but now he's explained that we should use an eye shader brush, which deposits the product a little bit more sheer. It's not as cakey, and so it's a lot easier then to blend that product, which is a different medium, with the airbrush product. So they blend together more seamlessly.
Okay.
So that was really helpful. I would not have known that had I not listened to him.
And also that it's worth the investment. I think that was a huge thing for us. We wanted to make sure it was worth the investment.
You mean
to
in the tools?
purchase the tools to use this for our clients. So
because you really, and you certainly need to be trained absolutely before you purchase this equipment and then start using it, because there are many steps that you need to.
So you're saying maybe I shouldn't write that on Santa's list? Hey, bring me one of those brushes, and then I could just.
Well, take his class.
There you go. There you go. Did he suggest that you guys? Is there going to be a role reversal here when you're finished?
Well, she's done mine.
Oh, I already
she's
did
done
hers.
mine.
Okay.
Yeah, she's done mine. So now we're each taking turns, and
Got it.
we've got to each do it so we know
hands-on
what we're doing.
All right. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you very much.
So much.